Bergman, or more contemporary titles like The Omen, The Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse with Dennis Quaid. Words that we hear like repent, Antichrist, Armageddon, are of course direct quotes from the book. And the cave is still an active place of worship. They still have Orthodox services there every Saturday and Sunday, and on Saints' Days. And the Chapel of St. Anne, they also have baptisms. And an Orthodox service is meant to be an experience for all the senses. As we enter the church, we light the candle. There are icons and usually frescoes all around us. There's incense burning. We don't use musical organs in an Orthodox service, but there's always a choir that sings, cantors. Close to the end of the service, communion is given, which is wine and bread together. At the very end of the service, small pieces of bread are given out. These are to remind us of the first communal dinners that Christians used to have. The building on our left is Patmos' high school. 180 students attend school here, girls and boys. A local bus picks them up from the 3 villages in the morning. But once you're 16, you're allowed to have your own moped, so then that's the preferred means of transport. We also have an ecclesiastical, a theological high school, which is like a seminary. It's a boarding school for boys from all around Greece, who after graduating can become priests or just continue further on in studies of theology. So it has all the subjects you'd expect a high school to have, with more emphasis on theology and Byzantine music. We also have 3 primary, 3 elementary schools, 1 in each village. Education in Greece is free and obligatory. You have to go to school until the 9th year. So at the age of 16 you decide whether you want to continue or not. For a 3rd level education, one has to decide to leave the island and go to the mainland or bigger islands where there are colleges and universities. For example, my tourist guide school was on the island of Rhodes. We're now moving about 1,000 years in time. As we said, John was here in the 1st century, in the year 95. We're going to the 11th century. This is when the monastery dedicated to St. John was founded, in the year 1088. That's 34 years after the schism, the separation of the Orthodox and Roman Catholic Church. Christianity, as you know, was the same in the East and West until the 9th century, when political issues arose, and the schism was in the year 1054. To our left, that's the northern part of the island, the little houses way down there at the back. That's Campos, the rural area. Down below, the harbour, Scala, where we started off from. And we're now entering the village of Chora, our principal town, where our town hall is. About 900 people live in Chora all year round, but quite a few houses here are summer houses. You may have noticed all the buildings on the island are white. This is according to island architecture, but it's something we see in other countries too. It does get quite hot here. By painting the houses white, we reflect the sunlight. That helps keep the houses a bit cooler inside. The roofs of the houses are all flat. That's to collect the rainwater. It rains mainly during the winter months. So from the flat roofs, through pipes into underground cisterns, this is how the houses and the monasteries still collect the rainwater today. We only have a few natural springs, mainly artesian wells, and they've just completed a dam on the northern part of the island. We're hoping that will help solve our water shortage, because up until this summer season we've needed to import water by boat, sometimes 3 times a week. And Yorgos will be dropping us off at the car park of the village of Chora.